Okay, we're starting. Where are we at? Okay. Alright, as I configure everything around, because, you know, that's everything, everyone's favorite thing to do is to figure out what the frick you're doing. So yeah. I just updated my OBS. Because that's the cool thing about Earth programs, they update. New things happen. Which is exciting. Alright, now we're gonna load chapter 5. And figure out where the frick we need to go. So I was trying earlier to be like, oh, what else? What should I do? Okay, present. Okay, this. Alright. Gotta do my voice acting skills. Not good ones, but existing ones. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What could drive Chief Prosecutor Scott to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. Car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? What could have happened? We have to find a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Maybe we can go visit? Can I go through here? Oh, okay, so I just have to go this way. Let's go bother Edgeworth again. Oh, he's gone. Where do I go? Is there, like, anything else to examine, really? Oh, how about this? Present this? Okay, no. She wants to just give me food. Oh, I guess we could do this. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple extra red lights, he would have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. It just goes to show you'll never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light. Do 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 do. Can I... Nope. Can't interact with that at all. Alright, I have no idea where to go. Cause, Prosecutor Scott is not there. He's not there. All I have is freaking... Can I examine? Okay, how about this? Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And I said, hey, you do that? Your soup will be cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. I guess he wasn't saluting. He was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea. Why? Well, I think they're designed after a panda. A panda? Not that I have a scientific proof. It's just a theory. Do you mind me asking how did you come up with that theory? It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see? What about zebras? Or do they not have those at your zoo? Leave the kid alone. Hang on one second. Oop, I guess I muted the other thing. Whoopsie! Sorry about that one. I was just trying to have some tea. Right, put you. can't we? Okay. Anyway, as we were doing... Why is there hands on his face? I was wondering about that. What, the Dance of Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the battery dies. Poor Blue Badger. They need to dance until he drops. Oh, okay, that's cool. That is important. Finally, I got something I needed. A Blue Badger panel, a work of art designed by the Chief of Detectives and created by Detective Gumshoe. At least that was important. The detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Alright, we finally got something. So if I present... Okay. What if I go here? Nothing has changed. How about here? Nothing has changed. How about here? Is there something else I need? Maybe the campaign? Did I look at the campaign one? Examine campaign. The banner here is announcing the crime-fighting campaign. Nice slogan. I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprint sets. I don't think it's that kind of a campaign. What family wouldn't want a set at home? It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar. I think most families can figure that out without the extra help. Okay, police, powder, this. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial this number. You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. Alright, how about this? I always get excited when I see them come to a police station. Why is that? It just feels like I've jumped into a movie. Huh? You know, with all the police and criminals. Ugh, high-pitched is getting to me. Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Sure it is. Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the lady's bust. Funny. I thought they were talking about the weather. Anything else? Okay, maybe I should go back to maybe Edgeworth's office? Because he's not there. Okay, move. High prosecutor. Okay, let's check his desk. A work desk. It's quite tidy as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. Polished so well I can see my own reflection. I prefer not to have to look at myself while I work. There's a jacket framed on the wall like a painting. The fabric is high-grade cashmere, Italian styling. Silk ruffles, turquoise buttons, and a gold thread collar. I'm guessing it's worth around $5,000. $5,000? Speaking of which, your suit would be about... Okay, that's enough of that. I don't need my life appraisal. Thank you very much. There you go. Okay, let's look at this again. What's this? It looks like a shield of some type. It's broken. Maybe it's out of chocolate and someone took a bite out of it?
It appears to be made out of bronze with gold plating. It's not worth much. 70 tops.
This girl has a thing about pricing everything, doesn't she?
Wonder what that big K means. Mysterious.
Alright.
Oh, cute. What a pretty tea set.
I go more for the instant tea bags myself.
Amazing. The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor.
It's alright. Finishing my tea because she spoke of tea, so I wanted to finish mine.
Look.
Goodness.
Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction.
There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far.
Wow, what an amazing bouquet.
No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it.
Back from the dead, Wendy.
Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before.
And here beside it, a giant steel samurai. Well, I want one.
Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place, Wendy.
Is the prosecutor in this office named Wendy?
I don't think so. I thought we went, huh? Okay, second letter. These new files. Okay, I guess maybe there's nothing new in here? Because we looked at it before. I thought there maybe would be something new. I guess not. Wendy. I can apparently do Wendy. Wendy Oldback pretty easily. Talk. Present. How about this? Alright, she didn't like that. This? How about Blue Badger? Nope. Oh my gosh, everybody, leave me be. Alright, so she doesn't like any of that. What about this? Alright. I get it.
Look, a stylish glass-walled room. Very nice.
Excuse me. You can see the whole parking lot from up there.
It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe?
Huh?
Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later.
I hate to break it to you, but I think that's probably just a security guard office.
You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day?
Too bad they don't have a test for common sense. I still have nowhere to go. I still have nowhere to go. I still have nowhere to go. I have no idea. I have to be missing something. The music is driving me nuts. Talk. Nothing new there. Present. I just don't know what I'm missing. What am I missing? I've went everywhere. I have done most things. I guess we'll do those. Is attorney, case 5, rise from ashes. Does this give me the whole, okay, perfect. No, it gives me locations. Could I have the frickin' walkthrough? Alright. Chapter... I'm just seeing what I'm missing. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Huh. Let's do blah blah blah, shit witness, okay. Got all those things. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. See, there have been rumors. Huh? Is he, what? So, present this, go. Apparently, okay, naysayers. Talk. There! Okay, we got it. He's in a troubled spot again. Again? Finally, we moved forward! Well, it all started with the murder of the defense attorney, Hammond.
But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, pal, there have been always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there was always whispering rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always been unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea it was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself. What? I know the truth, pal. No one wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this all for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you.
Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is... What was his name? The guy in the parking lot. That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police. Oh my nose, hang on. Okay, I'm back. That took a second. Holy boy. Officer Marshall, is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene, maybe. A letter of introduction received from Detective Gumshoe allows Barry to investigate the crime scene. I'd be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there. And nobody will look at you twice, pal. Okay, thank you, Gumshoe. You are a lifesaver. Pat, 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 pat. Go to underground parking lot. Yay! Progress! February 22. Prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. So, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps.
I'll see you in my dreams tonight, then.
Oh.
Oh, still here? Hello?
Why the surprise looks? Didn't I mention?
I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too.
What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Top. The victim.
There's something I wanted to ask you.
The scene of the crime? A cold grave for man who's lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment.
He's asleep.
Well, we should show this hopeless case something to catch his interest. Present. What does that even say? Did he, like, owe money or something? Because it says $20 on it. Present. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right in the spittoon. How to say spittoon?
Spittoon. Spittoon.
Spittoon. The spittoon. Okay. What's this? I warn you, for fan letters to me go right into the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Oh, that old cow dog? He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Looks where it should say letter of introduction. It says invitation. I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all the defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in, then.
Thank you, Officer Marshall.
Oh, that's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me.
Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher?
Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler, strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootinery. Hootinery.
Note to self. Police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
I'd say I won't be needing this anymore. Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction crumpled and discarded. Yay! Whee! Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Well, the opposite, but that's fine. Okay, can I talk now? The victim. Officer Marshall. Sorry. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific?
Bruce Goodman, he was a detective, right?
Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Star. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Goodman's autopsy report. Death due to loss of blood, one knife wound, death within an hour and a half of 4 p.m.
Was my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on a case a few years back, so there's no motive. Goodman was a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor.
But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot?
So it seems. Like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. Marshall. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. Calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. That's not true. That's not true. I've never been to Texas. I know someone, well, I know a few people that are from Texas. And no, it's not because I'm an alien and, you know, ha 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 ha. But I don't think that's a thing. Yes, they like their weaponry. But I think you're just being a little crazy. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me.
But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least.
He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicking out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just he don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? Okay. Present. How about this? You have anything? Alright, come on, Wright, count to 3. Huh? You gotta do that if you're gonna draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. Remind me to never visit Texas. They're not that bad. What's this? Ah, a toy shield suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy nightmare?
Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth?
You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these.
Let me guess. Did it have K for King of Detectives on it?
Hey, they could use the same shield over and over.
Note to self, the prosecutor's office in criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap.
You know what, they're gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you. Anything to see here? Nope. Okay, we're gonna examine. This place is very tiny. Okay, this looks like a cell phone.
Scientific analysis would suggest this belongs to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to.
What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Check it out. Right, let's check it out. I'm not doing that. He's doing that. That's freaking creepy. Boop. Oh, look at that. I love these things. They look so cool. Human technology has evolved a lot since then. The time when this was a regular phone, but it looks so cool. Why does it have the biggest button in the world? Sorry, the burping.
This phone's still on the redial screen.
Redial?
Mr. Wright, most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it.
Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation.
Whatever, let's check this phone out. Hello? There we go. Now to see who the owner of this phone called last.
Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button.
Beep.
Hey, that song, I know that.
Hey, what's going on over there? Oh, sorry. I see, you partner. You pressed the redial on that Their phone, ain't you? Well, yeah.
Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there.
Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Scott.
What? It's my sister's?
She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Well, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this.
Who did she call?
No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those new ringtones. Oh, that? Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. The wrong number. I don't think that was the case. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh, I've been incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Cell phone, added to court record, property of Lana Sky, last call made at 8:15 on the day of the murder. Examine...
This rope, is it?
Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body.
So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him.
You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. Can I look in the thing? Okay, what's this? It looks like a note of sort.
Look, something's written on it.
875 2nd of December? You're right, let's see. 7-72S 12-2. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed.
Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright.
I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Victim memo found in the car trunk. Just click this. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Okay.
What a luxury car, it just screams, I have money to burn.
Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. Okay, nope, not the button, nothing. Is that it? Is that all I have? Block B is through there. That's where the visitors park.
I can see the Lunchland car over there, far in the distance.
Hey, you're right. I like that cute design on the door. You can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy-looking steak.
Doesn't it strike you a little creepy?
Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. So we got... I think we got everything. Slide... Well, talk... Lana Sky.
So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister?
That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prosecutor tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's face is starting to Bambina. My condolences.
Officer Marshall?
Yeah, Bambina?
How can you say that? You and my sister, you are...
Is there something between this cop and his sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prosecutor's office. Dry wind or ill will, someone's up to something here, but who? Office atmosphere. Suspicion about Mr. Edgeworth has been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Alright. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you.
But rumors are just rumors, aren't they?
Holy moly.
These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
If you followed the rumors about Edgewood to their source, you'd find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. It's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people loaded their guns with bullets, some people loaded them with deals. What, you're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere, everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was close to Edgeworth?
So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright?
I guess we got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone.
So you think we'll be okay?
Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it.
No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal.
Oh, by the way, Emma.
Yes?
I know that song your phone plays when it rings.
What?
It's a Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me what you talked about?
She hung up right away.
I see. Cell phone, property Lana Skye. Last call was made to her sister Emma at 5:18 on the day of the murder. A detective is murdered and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Well, we don't really have any connection or idea of who it could be. That's the thing. Because why would we think otherwise? Alright, we're going to the trial? Trial former. Whatever that means. February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas.
Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area.
Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate.
I believe in you, sis.
Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Skye, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. And I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. Yeah, they're definitely similar. They're freaking stubborn. My first trial without a fate helping me. No one's going. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself.
Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way.
February 23rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. They all look the same. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since this trial. How do you pay the rent? Phoenix. I hope that personal feelings will not be part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I would choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment is to be made here in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot.
Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything.
However, she will now pay for her harshness with her life. There was a witness to hear a crime. A professional witness. A professional witness. Tea and crumpets. Tea and crumpets. Crumpets. I don't know. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand. The cough up, Queen. Boy. The frickin' heck. Huh, haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar! I haven't eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. Oh, and for you, I have a festival? Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck did pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me, the name's Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. Prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it out. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I'm a professional. What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Star Angel was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Star was a detective? I know who you are. Cough up, Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well, you may continue with the description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady? I love that the recognition from the judge. If I might have the court's attention over here. Okay, the parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. Block A is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes? The crime took place by the car in the back of A block, and the trucks... The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Parking lot floor plans. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Witness, did you see the moment of the crime? Oh, of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. Seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright, can't agree on principle, Your Honor. Seems that some poor loser are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are they talking about me? Yes. Witness's account. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I said something, perhaps it was my finally honed detective intuition at work. That is a face. What is that face? Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand.
Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Chest. Goodness. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend? How touching. Excuse me. As you can see, there's no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed to Detective Goodman.
So how does it feel so utterly crushed?
I am still thinking about that.
It's merely a flash wound, Mr. Wright.
Well, very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Witness's account. This is gonna be a pain in the keister. We're gonna save. Because if I don't, we're just gonna lose all of our lives. Anyhow, I knew it was a day like this come. I was on my way to deliver lunch with my boyfriend. This boyfriend, he's the detective?
Not that boyfriend, the security guard.
That boyfriend? You have several?
Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend. Position is still open for applications.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks.
Note to self, the judge has to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot, in block A block. It's up on the second level, as you can see everything from there.
That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car?
Since I'm a visitor now, I park in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime.
Okay. You sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder?
It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes, it was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
I have no idea what that means. Speaking of detective intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bryce Goodman also a detective?
Yes, well, he was a young cheese.
A young cheese?
A pale white cheese, not yet tangled with experience on the streets, a greenhorn.
Then I must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack.
Yeah, with the order of an old cheese to match. In any case, in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind.
Okay. The boyfriends I saw the prosecutor. Okay. By garish car, you mean?
Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth's?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it? Indeed it was.
She has very red, well, pink shoes. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you were sure it was the defendant.
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her.
If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. We're dealing with Edgeworth here. I need something...
Oh, we're dealing with Edgeworth here. I need something more substantial than that. Can you tell us what the suspect was doing when you saw her? Chief Prosecutor... Okay. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying.
Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It's your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right.
Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set.
You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean a person.
Perhaps a chicken salad set would be a better metaphor?
So the defense was holding a knife. Defendant was holding a knife. What then? Alright. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late.
Too late?
Yes, the next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Mrs. Starr's testimony is flawless.
Sounds pretty fatal to me.
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? Okay. For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer.
Don't smile like that.
Okay, somehow I always knew a deal. Okay, so we have this. How did you know?
I respect prosecutors' basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uniformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erase inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an expansion of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I thought that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Laid off? She was fired.
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I'm a pro, as you know. My testimony's unbiased and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr. Is on my way to deliver lunch box. Okay, so where the frick am I supposed to save? And then we're gonna... So what do I have in my court record? Prince, Book of Art. Since there's the art, she goes in, and then she goes in the chest. Hey, look at this. And can I slide? Huh. My brain is trying to figure this out. I only have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 items to work with. Girl was holding a knife in her right hand. Okay, what about this?
This?
That is not the answer. I could tell. Because the thing didn't go away and the music didn't stop. Okay, I live with my boyfriend when I said something and pushed through the wide fence. Oh. Okay. I don't know where to even start with this. I sensed something, it's probably finally bone intuition. The chief prosecutor was holding. Okay, then she. Right hand. A knife in her right hand. Prince, global work of art designed by the chief of detectives, created by Gumshoe. Died within an hour and a half. 4 p.m. Like, I think I pressed every statement. So I clicked that, I was on my way to deliver. Let me just double check. I pressed everything. Okay, I did get this one. Huh. Maybe? Present? Oh! I was like, maybe because it's up on the one side? I don't know. I have no idea. I sensed something, it was finally on. Okay, through the wire fence. Yeah, I'm just gonna press everything to see if I need to press everything. Can I just speed? Is there like a speed button? I think I just click. Okay, blah 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 blah. Oh, but. Alright, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's do this. Okay, my gosh, you mean. Okay, blah blah blah. Okay, another more go. You might want to keep that silly pins to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Okay, so I did hit something. Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crisp on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. I believe I heard that tagline somewhere. You could cry plagiarism? I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. A photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflex took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why was I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I'd show you a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend who works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, that's most certainly the defendant. Okay, the moment of crime. Okay, finally we got progress, so I had to hit everything. Oh, that is unmistakably Lana Sky. So what was the defendant doing at the time? At the time, the prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Present? Would it just be this? Yeah, okay, there we go. And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with a knife. As I already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that's a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. It was taken the moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that? Blood spatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's black and white photograph. Yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem except you. Mr. Wright, are you just gonna sit there and take that kind of abuse? You got a better idea? Object. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it. If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor in the photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? don't know. If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. I don't know. These gloves do seem to be a tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder. A serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves? Like driving gloves?
The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves, of course, the kind used for autopsies. In other words, the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene. She came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime.
I don't think that's true. I think I have an idea.
Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr.
This is bad. She's got them all thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way that shows this wasn't premeditated.
It's only a flash wound, Miss Wright. Okay, blah 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 blah.
Okay, we're gonna save. And then we're going to present, I think, this.
It makes sense. I think that makes sense.
Okay, so I got, oh, for Pete's sake, I clicked the wrong button. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, Q. Not Q.
La 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 la. I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. Let's continue on.
Okay. Okay, I meant to hit tab.
This. Would it be this?
Okay, it's this one. Witness, do you know what this is?
Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edward's trunk. Indeed, it was my knife.
I love that word continues to talk about.
What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there? The defendant is chief of what? Mommy, your prosecutor's bad people.
Sorry, I need that drink of water. Hold on. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony.
What's that,
Rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves.
Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However, why would she not also protect the most important thing, the murder weapon?
Bingo!
This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon.
Oh!
Order. Great, now the tide is turning in our favor.
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
Right. I believe the next lunch she'll be eating is apple pie. What?
I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail.
But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory.
The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That's the only thing the prosecution needs to prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing
gloves? I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you?
My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now. Angel's deduction. Lana Sky intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure that she prosecuted a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Okay, so now we have one. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. Does sound a lot like a premeditation, doesn't it? So if I'm ordering a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. We made progress, hallelujah. Okay, let me save. Sorry, I get to stretch my neck. Okay, blah blah, okay, press. A human machine? That's a contradiction. Please. Can't you find a fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright?
Note to self, Mr. Edgeworth's sighs smell like citrus fruit.
You say again and again. How many times did she stab him exactly?
We often say chop into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed it's done?
How come she's getting mad at me? Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Leave it at that? This is a murder case, people.
Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know.
Miss Stars turned out to be short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off.
A short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact.
I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even more short wick will burn longer.
Obviously, more scientific testing is required.
Oh, frick. It was only 3 lines. It felt longer. Okay, whoop, whoop, whoop. No, 4. Okay. Present autopsy. You say she stabbed him again and again. But you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to the loss of blood from 1 stab wound. Aha, you're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk, he's my hero, really.
What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness?
You got the crime scene set, right?
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood, but now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something? For blood? For blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood in her breast. Blood spattered from the victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify.
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how the ghastly the scene was.
I think of the red, like a car muffler. What do you mean? I am so confused. Her red muffler?
Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. She can be so easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose.
She's right. This guy was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait, isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. Oh, I'm sorry. I judged with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes.
Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There's only 1 knife wound.
Apparently, Miss Star isn't entirely sure of her own testimony.
Mr. Wright, this is our chance.
Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Stars turned out to be short-tempered as she looked with winner. Okay, we're doing this line again. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder if I present, is it this? No, next thing. Okay. Miss Star, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suitable for detective work. What? What? The suspect was clearly not wearing a scarf or a muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself, with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be! Only a professional such Libby could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words. But good.
In the end, Mr. Edgewood prevails.
What was my objection? Chopped liver?
But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really. Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude. Back to business.
What? Very well, witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things, accurately at least.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of the testimony.
Most important part?
The part where your sister stabs the victim. The next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Alright. Apprehending the suspect.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to the side. I quickly caught her, explaining her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused during my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape against Angel Star resistance is futile.
You are quite determined about the scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me. Angel Star.
That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is kind of a snake.
Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten.
No thanks.
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
An oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, that one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You cross-examination, if you will. Alright. Apprehending the suspect. We're gonna save as soon as she stops talking. Because I can't save until I stop talking. Okay. Quickly caught her and explained her rights to her in a restaurant on the spot. Okay, we're just gonna go through. Ow, frick. Okay, cute. Okay. Alright. So, where's this partition on the floor plans?
I'm sure she means this wall next to the car.
That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high.
She obviously is trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? I quickly caught her, explaining her rights, and arrested her on the spot.
Okay, do this. You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect?
As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
Maybe I should press her for more details. Yes. Oh, fuck. I guess I could just look at the picture to find out. Very well. Okay, now. I hit the wrong button. Presser. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The lunch lane car was...
She was a visitor, thus was parked in B block.
So you witnessed the murder from here? That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct? Is that correct, Miss Starr?
Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you?
I went over it, of course.
Amazing! The Kaffa Queen Lunch Lady Athlete, indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast.
Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did Miss Sky not get away? Oh yes, when I was ambassador, she mentioned the muffler. She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say?
If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
Cheeky.
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word?
So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
Her phone? She can't mean... Ask further. By phone, do you mean the cell phone discovered at the crime scene?
Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory... It's like salmon, heading upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall.
Apparently, it was out of order.
So she used her cell phone?
Indeed, the emergency cell phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony. The things I do to please
this rookie defense attorney.
Lana's cell phone. The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. I can't read. Okay, so we got some weird things going on. So, oh, frack, yo. Okay. Alright. Sure.
The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled out her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during the time you climbed over the chain link fence. Then when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone.
And you saw her doing this?
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Chief, just gave it against what existence it should tell. Okay, present. Nope. Great, I get to do more fun freaking random poker. No! Load. Where am I? Okay, present. Well, it's the wall. It's the wall. Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky.
The witness is a former detective. Testimonies are marred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up.
Let me look at the floor plan. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't have possibly seen Miss Sky making that phone call. Da-dum. I believe you see what I'm getting at. The emergency phone was on the backside of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. Doo-doo.
What?
Order. What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up her lunch, she's coughing up lies.
That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you would allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness told to the court.
Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. Okay, we got to save! The witness lied about what she saw, where she saw it, the order of events. What she saw, where she saw it. Tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing, therefore it would be pointless for Mr. R to lie about it. Pointless to lie? I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Guy using the emergency phone. Wouldn't it mean Mr. R witnessed the crime from a different location? A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All testimony we've heard up to now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Sky witnessed the crime was... here, I think. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security guard room is the underground parking lot is well positioned. Built in on a second floor, so you could see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places she could have been to see the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime in the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr? How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, man got the better of Angel Star. Okay. Order, witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? Doesn't make sense.
Huh?
She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly.
This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands.
Not exactly. It still stands. I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If the witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know.
Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Well, but she lied and said that she saw it from Block B. Must be a vital difference, but what? What would change? Angle of view to the crime. Why the angle at which she saw the crime occurred would change. The angle? What do you mean? Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and, she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime. And this is important. Why? Alright, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna save. Alright. That's what I thought it was. Whoop. Alright, witness. Okay, let's save right here. Alright, blah blah blah. Alright, blah blah blah. Yeah, we know this. What would make the difference? Okay, we're gonna go save here. Alright. Distance to the crime, difference in lighting. Distance to the crime. I guess. Change the distance return on the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plan is quite clear. Distance between the scene of the crime and the staging is 30 feet. Let's see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in the question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness? You? Yes?
You ordered the squid wheels, right?
The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible.
I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh Bonsberry jam to my boyfriend.
Bonsberry for the boyfriend.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. Couldn't open it.
Wow, that is a very long trip around.
That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in the B block.
That's quite a detour.
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
5 minutes? Hey, if she was a detective, she can run.
This changed things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defense chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
Well, you have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention. Why do you love the spork so much, Judge?
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely. Uh-oh.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something.
Do I have any evidence to stop this?
I don't know. Do I?
5 minutes between the witness of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. It's if you like it al dente.
I've got lunchboxes in that tie pastas into knots, rookie.
5 minute blank. Isn't that strange?
Strange.
If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? I guess I flew the scene. Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. It's true. Why would she go? What's the point of taking? Why wouldn't she leave?
Well then, it seems to come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright!
That was too close. Woo! I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Yay! Oh no.
Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right?
That's the one trick she tried to foist off on me.
I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Woohoo! A triple decker! How hungry! Do you not get fed, Judge? Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed.
What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? Decisive evidence.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lotta Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
Why do you just have a shoe? That's just kind of creepy. What the frick? What? There was a blood found on the shoe?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Witness, what is the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple as I've already said, I don't trust you with the evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had the blood tested performed?
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
How many boyfriends do you have, woman? In any case, Your Honor, I can accept this as evidence. What? You must know that 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, the shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is calibrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce visual evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
That's weird.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
Seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sick. What is this comedy bit?
You could have at least studied some evidence law, really.
The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
White enamel shoe. Bears traces of blood from Goodman and Lotta Sky. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She won't give up. Lordy, I've never seen so much determination in my life. Undertale would be sweating. This is like frick. I wasn't trying to say now to the matter of the victim's shoe. Didn't I bring it up? And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime?
I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make sure myself useful. I was waiting for the police to arrive. So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with the shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen.
I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you do next. 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's. The other blood type matched that of the defendant. Okay. You can't say for sure that the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test.
You claim to know something about blood tests, Ricky?
Huh?
Well, speak up.
Well, blood comes in 4 types. A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell blood tests whether murder was committed in cold blood. That was a horrible pun. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we can differentiate millions of types with all blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person, so I hear.
That's pretty specific.
If I had a little more time, I would have gone into test results. But they said there's very low doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lotta Skies.
So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe.
That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman.
I was afraid he was gonna say that. The shoe proves as decisive evidence. Where's the frickin' other shoe then? I can't let this evidence go without fight. Okay?
You ordered peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's
enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright?
Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
Problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Yes, there is a problem. If we're not imagining things, I'd say there's one part was a clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. I don't know. I am guessing. We only have one. There's only one way out. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with the evidence. Oh, I can look. Oh. What the frick? I wonder if you've noticed. There's blood on the bottom of this shoe.
Don't mess with me, rookie. Or there'll be blood on your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe.
It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly contradict about blood on the bottom of a shoe?
Okay. The problem lies in the footprint.
The footprint?
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why aren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there was no traces of any footprints found at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about the shoe. This shoe.
This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints.
Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order. Well, witness?
What?
Huh?
Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of footprint is a contradiction, but then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think!
I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good as finding contradictions.
What?
We're back in Edgeworth's court.
I see. Now I get it.
Get what?
Our witness is more devious than I give her credit for. We were hooked-winked to the very end. But she slipped. There's only one vile hint to the truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Think back to what she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Also beauty, but deadly. A predator, this one, a leopard woman.
Okay.
I thought that was a strange thing for a normal, cool-headed chief to do.
No kidding.
Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that, I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunch factory.
Witness, well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Water? What does that mean?
Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked over?
The real reason? You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason and one reason alone.
To erase the blood stains that would become evidence against her.
That is very specific reasoning to jump to, but whatever. That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clear to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltales.
Well, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence.
That reminds me, Miss Skye's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him?
So that's when my sister's blood got on her shoe?
Well, I see no reason for this prolonged trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please!
What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she's tried to conceal it.
But...
Enough.
There's no need for a further debate.
The verdict, Your Honor. Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecutor's side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds defendant Miss Lana Sky. Okay, I'm like, that froze.
Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecutor's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping.
Oh boy.
Another lunchbox, a lunchbox called evidence.
Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. Boy.
The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare me.
The cough-up queen. Look at this!
What the frick? He is really... wow.
He's a lot... I guess I didn't realize how small the frickin' trunk was. How did they expect him to fit?
A photograph?
I had it just in case anyone had the call to suggest that white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait, look at the asphalt in this photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet. Well, it is wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with...
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I wouldn't say so. I'm sorry, Mia.
Right, wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up, not until the bitter end.
Alright, this is the last piece of evidence. Very well, this time I'd like to declare a verdict for good. Blah blah blah. Here we go again. We have to do the shaking of the screen. Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? No, you cannot. Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. But this trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, Wright, are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph.
Why is this?
The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? What's that? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait, just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor? You just said muffler. However, I see no traces of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph.
A muffler is also part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
That's what I thought of it when you said muffler first. I see. What's that suspicious looking plug sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing, absolutely nothing.
Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to this case. You said as much in your testimony.
What?
Yeah. Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this is a piece of clothing in the muffler is related to the case.
I don't know what one should I use.
You really are? How do you feel about this? Actually, I don't feel that well at all. Woo! Oh wow, I'm all the way back here. Okay, clicks barrage. You. Oh, bottom of the shoe. The booski. Click barrage. Come on, come on. La 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 la. Here we go. Here we go. Go 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 go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Thanks. Get me out of here. I'm in a never-ending torment. Please let me free from the soil drum debacle. It's freaking random. Why do you have an oil drum of water in a prosecutor parking lot? Okay, come on, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Whee! Super clicking machine. Clicking barrage. Alright, blah blah, she's gonna do her thing. Alright, blah 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 blah. I just want to get back to where I was. It freaking sucks when you don't know. Which, by the way, that is just a lot of freaking random water. Like, why? I just love the first thing I looked at. I was like, why is there a cloth in the muffler? That's so weird and random. I'm sorry. Okay, Mia is here to tell Wright to not be a bit of a buffoon and give up. Just keep going, you little rookie. Alright, come on. Almost there. Yes, I do. Okay, now we're gonna save right here so that I don't have to go through all that trouble. Oh, the phone! There it is. Miss Starr, we're calling your testimony for the court. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's why she had me confused in my early testimony. Muffler? Ugh. 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 Could it be that the muffler you mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Woohoo! We did it! Whee! Well, it seems we have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Phew, that was close. But we made it, at least for now. Court will adjourn for 30-minute recess. At lunchtime, it's lunchtime after all. You still hungry? Yes, he is. He is a judge. Let him eat in peace. I'm not gonna judge him. We did it! We got through the first quarter of this. I'm assuming there's a lot left to be. Alright, so we're gonna end it here. Cause yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot of stuff. So, thank you for watching the stream. And I will see you next time. Bye!